Hello, it's Taylor Fortune for your psychic forecast for Tuesday, November 9th. Right now we have the moon in Capricorn, sextiling Neptune. This is making us feel dreamy and empathetic and sensitive, and we're feeling very artistic, and there's this attractive energy happening, opening up our spirit, our psychic channels, but it's also driving us to want to put that to use in some kind of structure, use that in career, use that with our business, use that for status even, but in the right kind of a way, and not in a wounded masculine type, ego-oriented, adoration needing type of way, but use that for our spiritual ascension. So the energy for that right now, the Tower. So that is telling us to be careful how we use that energy. Once again, Capricorn, a lot of Saturn energy there. It is, there's a tendency to get lost in materialism and status just for the sake of building the ego, creating this kind of need to be seen, this need to shine, in order to define yourself by how other people view you. And that's a very low vibe, negative energy, especially in the society we live in now. People get very caught up in how they're perceived, what their career says about them, what their status says about them. And this is coming from a place of fear, not faith. So we need to be careful as we are sextiling that moon with Neptune, which is making us very psychic and aware that the transmissions we're getting are coming from the heart, they're coming from deep intuition, and they're helping us build and grow and push us into a path of divine ascension and divine union. So also right now, we have the moon conjunct Pluto. That can often lead to violent outbursts in relationships. That can make us feel very depressed. It can also cause just kind of this transformative destruction to our emotions. Pluto often triggers changes in us, scorpionic energy that pushes us to change in very rapid, very dramatic ways, okay? Dramatic ways. There's also some sexuality associated with this too, in that Pluto is a sign of obsession and possession. It's also a sign of investigation too, and secrets and all of that. So as it's conjunct the moon in Capricorn, we may feel this kind of tendency to want to reshift our life from the ground up, what direction we're going in, what career we have, how we make our money, how our relationships are, in terms of status, symbols, and externalization of our personality and our ego. So one thing to keep in mind with that energy, faith. Faith, not fear, is the name of the game. As long as you're doing things in faith, as long as you have this kind of childlike precociousness, this innocence, this equanimity, this tranquility in how you are moving your life, what direction you're moving in, your guides will always carry you. You will always be nurtured. You will always be in favor by the divine. Now, it's when we start doing things out of fear, that's when everything starts to deteriorate. That's when our motives become muddled. That's when our thinking becomes totally disjointed. And that's when we pursue things from the mind and from an externalized ego-based place instead of from the heart and from a spiritual and mystical place. So as the moon is conjunct Pluto right now, instead of succumbing to depression and all that, remember that you were guided and you were nurtured and loved by your support system, by the divine, by source, and keep that inside of you at all times, that you are loved, you are nurtured, you are cared for, even if you don't know it or if you don't feel it. That energy is part of the fabric of the universe. The universe is a great reciprocal energy field of love, okay? Love and will. Two bipolar, diametrically opposed, positive, negative, masculine, feminine energies that create a life force that is the electromagnetic current that makes living and 3D reality possible. So also we have the moon moving into Aquarius, all right? So this is gonna make us really think about social issues, maybe a little bit revolutionary, maybe a little bit of upheaval, but we're gonna wanna be part of the collective here. Aquarius is fascinating, okay? There's a lot of things going on in this sign. from the social causes, the social issues, the humanitarian collective, to the rebellious and revolutionary nature of it, individual expression, just kind of going your own way. I always look at Aquarians as like the punk rock sign of the zodiac. So, Earth Mother, beautiful card, standing in your truth, divine feminine power on the earthly plane, using that energy inside of you, whether you're male or female, but it's tapping into that love and receptive, that watery emotional energy to create what it is that you want to create in terms of the collective, social issues, getting involved, okay? Now is the time to get involved on a practical material level and to get involved on a divine spiritual level, okay? So find what your issues are, find who your soul family is, and go for it. Embrace it. Don't fight it. Allow yourself to be part of a collective. Allow other people in. Allow help. Let love in. Let friendship into your life. Okay, that's your reading for today. If you'd like to book a private session, go to tailoredfortune.com. As a mind, body, and spirit coach, you can ask me anything.